last night. We got all the rest of our stuff planted yesterday. So we're going to kind of go around and take an inventory of what we got growing. We'll do our small garden first, and then we'll do our big garden later. And this is my right-hand man here, Nash. I'm with my grandkids. Nadia's filming. And we're doing a big garden this year to sell vegetables. So, first thing we got growing, here are our green beans. Now we don't do anything commercially with the green beans, but boy, we like to eat them. So these are the green beans. They're doing pretty good. We should have more than enough to eat this year. We got our weed control pretty good. And then over here, we have eggplant, which is one of Nadia's favorite things. Now Nash, show them how we control the weeds. Show us how you control the weeds. Nash is our weed control guy. You can see how he knows how to hoe. Now hoe up around them too. See, get the weeds on the other side. That's it. So we don't use any spray on our garden, so we have to control our weeds manually or with rototillers and hoes. All right, so this is real interesting. 4 days ago we planted our beets, and if you can look real close, you can see our beets coming. We're gonna have a lot of beets, and I also like to eat the beet greens. What about you, Nadia?
Yep, they're pretty good.
Yep. Nash, you like beets?
Yep.
Yep. So we got a pretty good row of beets. And once again, we'll just have these for our own enjoyment. We've got a few onions growing here. And they're doing real well. We got a little bit of weed control here to do. We got to pull a few of these guys out. But they're pretty clean right now, and those are doing well. We've had a lot of rain, so it's been difficult to work in the garden. Down here we have some cucumbers and zucchini, and we tie those up on the fence so that they don't lay on the ground, they vine out. And now we'll go to the big garden and show you the stuff that we've got to grow for the restaurant. So this is where we planted our squash yesterday. We have 130 hills of squash, and we have 20 hills of watermelon. So those guys got a nice rain on them last night, and we're hoping that they'll come up and do well.
Right now we are looking for Colorado potato beetles. They eat the plant and lay eggs. So let's go take a look.
There's the larvae.
Here's one right here. This is an adult. Adult Colorado potato beetle. Now you have two choices with them. You can either spray them with organic, we use organic spray, or you can squish them. This is a monarch caterpillar.
Yes, and on our farm, wherever the milkweeds grow, we do not
Touch them.
kill the milkweeds.
No.
We're right in the middle of the potato field, and even look over here. We got a milkweed growing right in our potatoes, but we don't take those out because that is a monarch Caterpillar.
And monarchs are actually an endangered species right now.
Yep, so any milkweeds that grow on our farm, we
There are
don't.
eggs right there.
Yep.
That is amazing. We will update you later if we find a cocoon. Right?
Yep.
Or anything?
Yep, that sounds great.
Awesome. If you want a way to help out the monarch butterflies, you can buy a plant of milkweed and plant it right in your backyard. And then day by day, you'll see new changes. Hopefully, if you see eggs, then that means a butterfly has came and laid eggs on your milkweed. And then here, we just got a caterpillar. We came outside and we found on ours. So, this is a monarch caterpillar.
This is our onions. Some more onions.
What kind of onions? White ones.
The white ones.
They're not quite ready yet.
Not yet. What's a sign that they're ready?
Well, when the tops start to dry off. See how the tops are nice and green? When the tops start to dry off, you can see the onion's starting to get big. See how it's starting to get big? You want that onion to be about that big. But that's, you can see he's starting to get big. But that's what we want. So this is the sweet corn. We actually planted this first planting of sweet corn right around Good Friday. So you see we're knee high. We might have sweet corn here a little bit right after the 4th of July. We're hoping. But normally you don't plant sweet corn, you know, very early, but this year it was kind of warm, so I put in 8 rows to see if we could have corn by 4th of July. So we'll see. One of the reasons we don't use spray here is because there are beneficial insects, and sprays kill both beneficial and harmful. But if you have a balance, each of the insects will control each other. That is a beneficial little butterfly, and we have tons of butterflies on the farm, and that's why we don't use the sprays. This is our broccoli, and we take these broccoli to a company that makes salads and stuff, and so we sell them organic broccoli, and it's doing real well this year. We've had cool temperatures and plenty of moisture, and you can see it rained last night, so the broccoli's doing really, really well. You like broccoli, Nash?
Depends.
It depends. Sometimes he likes it. You like it the way Grandma fixes it, right? One of our biggest things that we sell are tomatoes. So we've got quite a few tomatoes here. We have over 120 plants. We cage part of them and then we tie up part of them. So like this plant, as it grows, will be tied up. So we want to keep the tomatoes off the ground and up. They're easier to pick that way, and they don't get ground rot. Because a lot of times if tomatoes get on the ground, they'll rot on the ground. So most people know you got to tie them up. This is just how we do it. So we got 2 varieties. And by the way, the other thing we grow, most everything we grow here are heirlooms. People like the heirlooms for the taste, the color, and what they look like. So you can see the plants are starting to bloom. So we're starting to get blooms, so we're still probably 30 to 40, 50 days away from tomatoes. So, but they're growing good. And over here, we went to the seed company, or to the place where I get my seed the other day, and they had a bunch of extra cabbage plants. that they were giving away, so we didn't intend to plant any cabbage, did we, Nadia?
Nope.
So, but they were giving them away, so we said we'll give them a good home. So we're going to see if we get any cabbage out of this. So we just got those planted the other day. And then down here, amongst the deer tracks, as you can see, we get deer coming in our garden, and they like our sweet corn and our popcorn too.
Makes it good.
But we've got, I don't know, 60 pepper plants here. We've got a couple customers that want red peppers, so we planted. We're not huge, but you know, it gives us something else to do besides bag popcorn, right, Nadia?
Yes.
So here is our third planting of sweet corn. It's just coming up. Can you see the rows? Just coming up. So this will be our third planting, and it should be harvestable by sometime in September. And we got pretty good weed control here. Once it dries out, we'll come in with a rotary hoe. We'll rotary hoe it, and then we'll start cultivating to control the weeds. So this is where we planted our pumpkins. So we just planted them yesterday. We got a good rain on it, and we should have pumpkins coming up. Those are the weeds.
Oh.
Those are weeds. That's why I cultivated it, so we kill some of them weeds.
Mm-hmm.
So pumpkins should be up in about 4 or 5 days, and we'll see how that goes.
We planted jack-o'-lantern, Big Macs, and Fairy Tale, or known as Cinderella.
Cinderella pumpkin.
Yes.
Here again you can see we've got deer running through our field, but this is our popcorn. And it's coming up. I had to replant it because the first planting didn't come up very well. So it's a full season corn, so we'll see what it does, but I just had to replant it because it wasn't doing very well. We planted and we got a lot of rain and it drowned it out. So I just decided to replant it. So that's our seed for next year. Well, these are the soybeans. We planted these about 6 days ago. And as you can see, they're coming up.
Soybeans come up fast.
Yeah, the ground got a little crusty, but the beans are pushing through. And once they get up a little taller and it dries out a little bit, I'll rotary hoe this to control the weeds.
You're doing awesome.
So,
thank you so much for watching this video. Comment down below what your favorite fruit and vegetable is, and turn on notifications to know whenever we post a new video. Please subscribe and like and show your appreciation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.